Okay, we're back with another episode of High Rated Edison today. Today we have Zaka 00 Tatiko, whatever, what are these names, on 714 rating, going up against JG Billiards on 1595 rating. So this is from the vault, it's before the ratings reset, but I want to check this match out. There is also a big rating disparity here, but it's always fun to see JG Billiards play, and it looks like they're on a competent deck. So we'll see how this goes for them. Opening hands are Equal, Swap Frog, TT, Caius and Junk Synchron. This side they've got Breaker, Brain Control, Substitute, 1-for-1, D Prison and Junk Synchron. Okay, so this looks like Hero Frog and this also looks like Hero Frog. So let's see it. 1-for-1 now for the Substitute. Going to bring out a Substitute and then they're going to summon the Junk out, bring back the Substitute. Now they've got full Frog combo. So dump, yeah, Treeborn. Substitute, bounce back the Junk, or Swap Frog, sorry, bounce back the Junk, Swap Frog, dump a dupe, bring out a dupe, and pass. Okay, going for the soft lock here. Yep, feels fine. Pass, draw for turn is a rotor into the ocean now. They're going to pitch the ocean, special summon the swap, dump the Treeborn, that should be. Yeah, dump the Treeborn, dump the Treeborn. Equal now for the Stratos add the Malicious Edge. Yeah, this is pretty good. Swap Frog bounce back the Stratos and set the Torrential. Yeah, I mean, putting Stratos back in your hand always feels good. Pass draw for turn is Wind Blast. They're going to bring back the Treeborn in standby. Yep. They're going to Substitute, attempt. Very early. Yeah. Gonna bring out the Dupe Frog. Yeah, sorry, I'm just laughing at this. They torrential before they even saw what Substitute was bringing out now. But yeah, all seems fine. JG gonna bring back the Unifrog and the Swap Frog off the double dupes that were destroyed there. Junk Synchron coming out now, bringing back the Swap Frog, and they're gonna get in for 13. Yep, then they're gonna Swap Frog, bounce the Junk back. Main 2, set the D Prison and pass. Yeah, I probably would like to see them set the Wind Blast after they saw Stratos and some other stuff as well. But okay, this is good. Treeborn coming out now. I'm going to summon out the Stratos, add the Prodigy. Yep, Stratos going to go in. That's going to get met with the D Prison. They're going to set the Raigeki Break and pass. Yeah, the reason I was talking about Wind Blast was for the Treeborn, by the way, just to clarify. Because they could deprison the Stratos, they could Wind Blast the Treeborn, and then they kind of take them off of the things that they know they have in hand. So like Malicious Edge, obviously we just saw them search the Prodigy off the Stratos, so not entirely, but it would have stopped the grind game of some of this, and it would have put them on a bit of a dead draw. They didn't have a way to shuffle deck in that turn. Okay, pass. Draw for turn is Gale. Going to bring back the Treeborn now. Yeah, Junk Synchron coming out now. Wow, this is like the third summon of Junk Synchron that JG's done here. This is incredible. Junk Synchron's going to bring out the dupe. Swap Frog going to go to attack. That's going to get over the Treeborn, and they're going to attempt to get in with Junk. That's going to get out with Prodigy discard. Yeah, I think that. Sorry, goes back to the Wind Blast on Prodigy. Wind Blast on Treeborn would have been good because now they would have had to have kept that Prodigy in hand, and they probably have had to have let go either of the Tributes or the Junk instead. But no, they can still rely on the Treeborn. Okay, Swap Frog bounce back, set the Wind Blast. Let's see if they Wind Blast now with the Treeborn coming out. Yeah, they choose not to, but actually the normal summon was Junk anyway. Junk going to bring back Swap now. Yeah, they've got a level 6. No, they choose to just bounce back, set and pass. Yeah, they're going to Wind Blast, send their own Treeborn, shuffle back or top deck the Water Art now. Yeah, that Water Art is a hell of a card to pick up. Although actually looking at this hand, like, you know, there's a few things you'd want to Water Art. Okay, pass. Draw for turn was Mirror Force there. Going to bring back the Treeborn. Going to summon out the Gale. Use those for a level 6. Make the Uruquasis. Yeah, this is nice. This is so nice into a Treeborn. Yep, I'm going to get through the Treeborn now, get through the Swap Frog. Yeah. Huge, and this is going to grow now. Set is the Mirror Force, draw for turn is the Water Art that was spun back. Treeborn coming out now. Going to get used for the Caius. Caius banished the Synchro. and then attack into the Swap Frog. Yeah, that's pretty good. Choosing not to Mirror Force there also turns off their Treeborn. I guess they don't need Treeborn right now, but it would be good. And actually, they'd probably just have... what do they have? Do they have a game line here? Yeah, Swap Frog, Dump, Braincon, Breaker. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Swap Frog, Dump, Unifrog. Yeah, Breaker, Brain. And that is enough for game. Okay, nice. Very clean. Very clean. Okay, going into game number 2 now. Let's take a look at the hands. Opening, we've got Karma Cut. Very cool. Substitoad, MST, Swap Frog, and DD Crow. Heavy Storm, Substitoad, MST, Soul Exchange, Swap Frog, and a Vanity's Fiend. Oh, they've got the Soul Exchange, Vanity's Fiend combo. This could be pretty good. Going to start with Swap Frog, Dump, Treeborn, Bounce Back. Set was the MST. Pass. Draw for turn is Caius. I'm going to Swap Frog now. Dump their own Treeborn. Attack him for 1,000. That's going to be successful. Bounce back and pass. Yeah, chose not to set the Karma Cut. Yeah, which is fine. They want their Treeborn live. But, and yeah, would have gotten eaten up by this MST anyway. Okay, going to Swap Frog. Dump Substitoad to summon, dump the Treeborn, and then they're going to tribute summon into the Vanity's Fiend, attack in for 24 and pass. Okay, main one, passed after joining DD Crow. Going to MST the MST, Swap Frog, dump Uni, bounce back and set Karma Cut. Yeah, I think this is good. They're able to out the MST, which was going to stop their Karma Cut, and now they've got a genuine way through Vanity's Fiend. Okay, just going to set the Torrential now and attempt to pass, but they are going to Swap Frog, dump off Karma Cut in end phase to banish that Vanity's Fiend. Okay, pass. Draw for turn is a D Prison. Treeborn can come out now. Substitoad, yeah, dupe, and just a soft dupe. Okay, no problem. Set is the D Prison now, and pass. Draw for turn is Lightning Vortex. Oof. Yeah, instead they're going to go with the Soul Exchange on the Dupe Frog. Yeah, Substitoad, use that, bring out Swap, Swap Dump Sub, and then bring out a dupe of their own, double dupe of their own. Nice. Okay, cool. Pass. Draw for turn is the Gale. Yeah, they do have Caius to break this up, but it's just not going to... it would go through the Torrential, but they'd lose it. Yeah, chooses to go with Gale instead now. Okay, Gale's just going to half one of them. Substitoad's going to use it to bring out their own dupe. Set it to defense and pass. Draw for turn is a Riser. Yeah. Okay, that Riser is pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, they're going to tribute for the Riser with the halved one. Send back the dupe. Try and attack into the sub, but that's going to get met with a D Prism. Pass. Draw for turn is the dupe that was spun back. Treeborn coming out now. Going to get used for the Substitoad. Bring out the Swap. Swap dump the sub. Bring out the dupe. And normal summon the other dupe. That's going to get met with a Torrential. Oof, that is rough, but it is going to lead to some searches now. So Swap Frog, and a Swap Frog. Okay, nice. Nice. Draw for turn is a Raigeki Break now. Going to bring out the Treeborn. That's going to get crowed. Okay. Bring out the other Treeborn. That's also going to get crowed. Nice. Nice. You love to see the double crow punish. Okay, Swap Frog coming down now. Dumping a Swap Frog. And getting in for 1,000. Yeah, main 2 going to bounce back. Sets the Raigeki Break and passes. Draw for turn is Treeborn. Treeborn coming out now. Main 1. Yeah, going to tribute that. Try and get rid of that Raigeki Break. That's going to get met with the Raigeki Break. So the Kai's is going to go to grave. Pass. Draw for turn is Soul Release. Oof. Do you know what? I was thinking earlier. I was just thinking, why aren't they also going to Swap Frog, dump Treeborn, and then get in for an extra, 1,000 damage after the Raigeki Break resolved? Bounce back, get the Treeborn out. Just to kind of get a bit more damage on board. And I'm so glad they didn't do that, because they've just picked up a Soul Release. Soul Release now. Yeah. Yeah, all the dupes. What was that? All the dupes are swap. Yeah, all the dupes are swapping the Treeborn. Swap Frog coming down now. That's going to get him for 1,000. Yeah, main 2 bounce back and pass. Draw for turn is 1 for 1. Okay, I don't think they actually have any targets for that anymore, right? So, oh no, they still have a Substitoad? Yeah, I think they still have a Substitoad. Nice. Okay, Swap Frog dumped the Substitoad. Chose not to anyway. Get in for 1,000. Bounce back, normal summon the Treeborn and pass. Draw for turn is a Kaiku. Oh. Jeez. I think I'd have been summoning Kaiku here, right? Kaiku here, hit the Treeborn, banish the Treeborn. You're all good. But, no, okay, goes with the Swap Frog. Yeah, that, you know, sends it to grave and does a bit of damage, but doesn't do what Kaiku would have done. Draw for turn there is Sangan. They're going to bring out the Treeborn, bring out the Sangan, attack him with the Sangan, and leave it on field. Pass. Draw for turn is the Stratos. Okay, they've got, what have they got here? Stratos Search Ocean for game. Yeah, okay, so I think the line here is Lightning Vortex, pitch the Kaiku, Stratos, normal summon, Search Ocean, special summon, swap for game. Yeah, adds Junk Synchron? Oh, of the Sangan, yeah, that's right. Oh no, they're just going with Kaiku. Oh, and they pitched the Swap Frog. Okay, maybe they sided out the Ocean. Okay, Kaiku going in now. That's going to banish the Treeborn and the Unifrog. Pass, draw for turn is a Raigeki break. They're going to pitch the swap, summon out the junk, bring out the swap. Yeah, this is a junk warrior. Yeah, this is a huge junk warrior now. So that can get over the Kaiku, and then Swap Frog can get in for 1,000. They can set the Raigeki break as well. Bounce the Swap Frog back and pass. Draw for turn is Miracle Fusion. So they've got Stratos. Stratos add the Alias now. And then Miracle Fusion, the Stratos away, the Substitoad away, the Ab-Zero. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'd have liked to have seen it in defense, but that's still pretty good. Draw is Compulse. Yeah, they're going to take some damage off this attack and destroy the Junk Warrior. Sets the Compulse now. And pass. Draw for turn is the Rota. Rota add Junk Synchron. Junk Synchron, going to get met with Raigeki Break now, but the effect is going to go off to bring back the swap. Yep, and then swap can bounce itself back. Pass, draw for turn is their own Junk Synchron. Wow, we are seeing double Junk Synchron on both sides, I think. At least on one side. Yeah, so that Junk Synchron's going to bring back the Swap Frog. And yeah, yeah, I mean, any level 5 here does it, right? So Android, Catasta, another Junk Warrior if they play 2. Yeah, any of those do it. Wow, really cool match. I would love to see what JG's list looks like. I think that they're taking a bit of inspiration from like the Ponce, like Chaos Sphere Frog deck with the Junk Warrior like move here. So they're playing at least 2 Junk Synchron. And they're recognising that actually Junk Warrior can get absolutely massive if you've got a field full of frogs as well. So yeah, it's really cool to see this kind of variant that JG is working on and playing with. Really cool version of the deck. I think it's tough to find like good variations of frogs. So this is very much like, you know, frog tribute kind of stuff. But, you know, thrown in with the Junk Synchron, Junk Warrior stuff. I think this is really cool. Nice to see them on this. I missed them being on the really cool Machina Hero deck they were playing. But yeah, this is a really cool deck, and I'm glad we got to watch it in all its kind of glory here. Bit unfortunate on the Hero Frog side. I think they sided out Ocean, and if they did, that probably cost them the game there, because we saw a game shot that was just Stratos, Search Ocean, Summon Swap Frog do enough damage. So really unfortunate on that side if they did side it out, or if they just didn't see that line. But either way, not able to take it home. But yeah, it wasn't an uncompetitive game, that's what I would say. For such a rating disparity, Zaka really, you know, put a show on and actually nearly took it there. So really good match to watch, and yeah, we'll check out more of this JG Billiards Frog Junks Synchron Junk Warrior deck more if we catch them on ladder again.